Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Online Racing Network. It's been a while, but we are well and truly back now. Basically in the booth, I guess. We've been having some technical networking issues where simply the network was not strong enough to provide streams from. However, that has since been resolved and we are back. Back indeed, right here for round 4 of the Nxtgen Hothatch League. So these guys have been busy fighting behind the scenes over the last few weeks while this has been resolved. But feeling confident we're going to see some great action here at the Nurburgring GP circuit. The guys now currently just finishing off practice. We expect to see qualifying begin sometime here in the next 15 minutes. So do pay attention, so we need to pick up who's going to be fast. There's cones everywhere. That's kind of typical. You do sort of expect that at this time. Got some new faces going to be watching tonight as well. Maybe we want to get in on the Online Racing Network, so hopefully we put on a good show for them. And we'll see how it all digs out. Currently looking at Don Dotter in the Civic. MGR Saxo, definitely one of the hometown drivers here today. Him along with Polish, as of yet, are the only Belgian drivers in the field. Saxo often fast. The round in particular that we tried to broadcast, he had a few issues. But it's a new day. It's a new track. It's a new opportunity. We'll see how he does later on in the day. If you're looking for more of an onboard experience, you can find a link on our Facebook page to ride on board with NGR Robinson there, currently sitting 4th on the timing board, driving the number 419. So remember, if you would like to have an onboard maybe as there alongside this stream, the link to the stream for the onboard of NGR Robinson is located on the Facebook page. So he just goes for a little pass there on Saxo. Was that Polish? Really Polish? It was Polish. My bad. The only differences on those vehicles, I believe, is the bumper. Comes Saxo out of the pits. Remember, as per usual, tyre wear, all that gubbins is going to be on for this league. So let's just go and take a quick look at the settings for the race, so you guys understand what's going to be happening. To begin with, we're going to have a qualifying session followed by a sprint race. So the qualifying results will determine where these drivers start in the sprint race. Once that sprint race has been completed, the field will be reversed from their finishing positions, and that is where they will start in the feature. So it looks like today's race condition is going to be 8 o'clock, sunny version of the Nurburgring GP. Everyone's going to be starting on 50 litres of fuel. The slipstream is set to real. Boost and visible damage are on, as well as heavy mechanical damage. Fuel and tyre wear on ×2. The grip residue and stuff on the track edge is set to real. These guys are driving at 300 brake horsepower. The Nxtgen Hothatch 300 brake horsepower league. Ghost of lapped cars has been enabled. Flag rules are on. So, yep, all of these pretty much prohibited apart from traction and ABS. That stuff's off, so no wall collision penalties or side contact penalties, which is pretty nice because, you know, these cars probably will at some point end up bumping and banging into each other. So we'll have to wait and see how that occurs. Just get rid of those nameplates above the cars for a more realistic feel. I much prefer it that way anyway. Apart from when you mix up teammates like I did with Saxo and Polish there. There is a way to get more information up. Nope, don't want that. Which button is it? Not that one. Not that one. Oh yeah, F12. That's a cool button to press. Is it F6? I've lost the button for my F6. It's just a hole, and I don't want to get my fingers stuck in it. My fat fingers don't want them stuck in the thing. Nope. Right guys, we're just going to go with the good old F11, and I'll occasionally press F12 because it looks cool. As you can see, ooh, that's Gobi. Haven't checked in with Gobi yet, driving the Renault Megane. Still driving a very slick paint job. The Mr. Man and Little Miss team of Jutty and Ranger. Love those paint schemes. Looks like Robinson's in a bit of a Belgian sandwich right now. I'm not sure what kind of sandwich he's getting Belgian, but right now Robinson is the filling. Hopefully it's not Castrol Edge oil. Wouldn't imagine that very nice between two low slices of bread. Just gonna quickly go over to the test stream section, guys, just so I can check everything is working, because I did a few tests last night, so apologies for this. Just quickly check it in. Yeah, that's working fine. Awesome. Not really sure what to expect here. Normally, you get the fast guys that are just fast each and every week, but when I was reading the sort of driver chat, like today and over the past week, people have been excited about coming here. A lot of people have been saying they hope for a good finish here, and it's not every round that people say that. So we'll have to wait and see. Don, still the fastest on the track right now by, let's say, 5/10 in this opening practice. This is more of a happy hour practice session. These guys have probably been practicing over the last week. This is probably my least favourite section of the track. I know from personal experience, when I'm trying to get through here at a nice pace, I do that, but then I don't come down into this section very well. It's getting off this section. I swear there's a button you can press and it does something else. Where are those buttons at? Could have sworn there was more buttons. So there we have it, guys. There's the roll call for quali. 5 minutes, which means qualifying will be beginning at precisely 8:15 local time. Why don't you post your predictions down below? Who do you expect to see up front today? I think for the sprint race, my pick's probably going to be either Gobi, Saxo, or Don, because obviously Don's showing a lot of speed right now. My only sort of worry on Don's speed would be the consistency. So that we'll have to wait and see. You see he comes flying down the start finish straight. Let's go ahead and jump over to JD Green. Loving the paint scheme. One of my favourites on the racetrack. Love the whole sort of techie sci-fi vibe you get. And I think JD Green now gonna do some burnouts for us. He's going to come on to the start finish straight. Baz and Lorna in the pits right now. Lorna, of course, is the teammate of JD Green, but he rocks more of a purple back. I quite like that. That's how they've decided to mix it up. Like I'm all for. Oh, are they the same? Oh, they are the same. Must be my eye or my brain or something went wrong. That is Robinson's teammate. Lou. What's going on there? Don't think my remote likes where it was acting a bit strange. Lou in the pits now. Bars also Big Z Game Ranger. How would you get past that? I thought you just 0. Could have sworn you just... Right, I don't know if they've changed the buttons. Just the 1 through 0 is positions 1 to 10. But then you would do like Q, W, E to go past that. We might not get a look at the back markers today properly. I'll have to flick manually to the back markers like this. Well, not the back markers necessarily, the people running in the lower positions. For those of you tuning in, welcome back to the Online Racing Network. We are back live. All of our networking issues have been resolved on the booth end, and we are open for business as usual. I think we got a whole 2 events streamed, and then I think it was 1 event and half an event, and then we had problems. We got Chris in from Project for Online Racing. Thank you for stopping by, Chris, and thank you for the well wishes on turning to streaming. Yep, the network is all resolved, and I expect to be back as business as usual from tonight, following the Nxtgen Hothatches. And there we go, guys. Qualifying here at 12 o'clock local time now. The sprint race will be 7 laps. Who will win the pole? That is the question. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because there's been some events where everyone dives out of the pit lane, tries to get their lap in straight away, but there's a couple that, cars that you see that, wait methodically when to go out, when's the best time. A lot of people like green track, a lot of people like traffic ahead of them so they can use the slipstream, etc, etc. It all depends on the driver, but we'll see what the strategy is like here. Jutty, the first one off pit road. In the Volkswagen Golf. Let's see what that car is capable of. We've got Robinson, Polish and Game Ranger behind him. They're quite bunched up. More cars coming out now. We've got G55. We've got Baz. Leaving only Bigsy on pit road at the minute. He's also going to come out. Just noticed he's put an image of a woman on the hood, on the roof, sorry. Nice choice. Maybe hopefully get some aerial shots later. And with the tyre wear on times too, I mean a lot of these guys will be, you know, running the super softs for this, but on the outlap, you know, you want to still try and take care of the tyres. You see some people that, you know, trying to race really hard back to the start finish line to begin that lap, and the people that might do that might, you know, suffer from that. I mean, to be honest, in my experience in the Golf, I actually found that the super softs worked the best for me. About 2/3 durability left, 2/3 to half durability left was where I found them the easiest to drive. It's obviously the driver's preference. As Jutty knocks down that cone there. We've already gone through about 20 in practice, so we'll have to be careful, we might run out. We've got more cars leaving the pits now. Whoa, JD Green off. No, that wasn't JD Green. Baz 46 there. I think I had to dodge around Saxo. Just looking for damage now, seeing if there's any markings. Jutty still has a nice clean fresh car. Looks like Robinson does too. Robinson's got and his teammate will have that as well. He's got like some very similar coloured stripes around the front tyre wells, and it kind of looks like scrapes, but I can pretty much assure you that is just part of the design. Polish a little wide there, slightly into the mud. The grass there though has already died, so I don't see the problem. A little bit wide there again, nearly lost the back end, but able to keep it under his belt. Let's check in with Bigsy as he comes through this horrible section, and the way the forward handles, I don't imagine it's that enjoyable. He ran a good line through there. We'll have to see how that adds up in total to his lap time. Jutty coming into the final section now. He'll be the first driver to set a lap. I believe, looking at the board, all of the drivers now currently making lap times. Two more corners for Jutty. We'll see what he posts. It was 2:09. Was the fastest lap time in the first practice that we had today in happy hour. We'll see how Jutty's qualifying time compares in just a second. Or we won't. Well, that's not helpful, is it? Right. There we go. I'll tell you what, let's leave that on, because that's fine. I don't know what, there's not a button to do that. So Jutty there, 2:10.4. I think it's about 7 seconds off Don's previous lap time in happy hour. Polish just a 10th behind. Where is Don actually? Don come out yet? Don is on the track. He's about halfway around. Let's stick with Don now and see how that lap time compares. He is running in the purple, as you can see, by almost a second. Don has a fast Civic today. Hopefully that'll be enough for him to keep it out in front if he does get this pole. Looks like he's lost a couple of tenths there. Was running about 9 tenths. Now down to 7. Bars with a 2:09.3. That's hella fast. I think that might have beaten Don's happy hour time. Let's see what he can pull out of the final corner here. What'll it be? And he goes quicker. 5/100ths. 2:09.272. Brilliant lap time there for Don. I bet he's feeling pretty comfortable with that, unless Baz can bring it back. We'll just ride with him here until he hits a sector time, see if he's running in the purple or not. There's a sector line just out of this corner. No, currently running a 10th slower. Let's check in with Polish now, who currently sits 7th on the board, 1.2 seconds off the leader's pace. He also, as well as Saxo, driving the Civics. Number tuning is enabled, so it all depends what these guys have managed to put into their race cars to get the most out of them with the 300 horsepower limit. Let's see what Polish is capable of. Another sector line just here. Currently he's 7 minutes off the pace. Not sure I believe that, as qualifying hasn't even been running that long. In fact it has. It's been running exactly 7 minutes, but he has made a lap time, so I don't know. Whoa, Saxo, top of the board. 2:09.262. So I believe that, yeah, that's a whole 100th over Don. Not sure how Don's gonna be feeling about that, but Don's gone and done it again. Ever so slightly quicker. He's pulling out 1,000th there. Look at that Saxo back out. 6 1,000ths he just got beaten by for the pole. Saxo's going back out there now. As you can see there at the top of the screen, the new GT Sport race feature. The use of blue flags now available in the game. Pretty useful. When it was a feature that I know a lot of the guys from this league wanted to see implemented into the game. Don now, I think, has taken himself to the pits. No, he's still out there. He's just chilling out. Allowing the other guys to pass who are running their laps. It's one of the big reasons I enjoy being a part of this league in particular so much is, I mean, these are just cars driving around the racetrack. I've got no communication with them really throughout the race, apart from the driver and sort of mediation of the race chat, where I find out the details like when's the first race starting, etc, etc. But you see a lot of sportsmanship just through, you know, the lens of the stream. Like there, Don just moved out the way, got out of the way and let those people by. Lou Archer improving on his lap time, putting him now up into the 5th position. Quick summary for you guys. The top 5 currently consists of the Don NGR Saxo, Baz 46, NGR Game Ranger and Pro Lou Archer. The current leader is a Honda Civic, followed by another Honda Civic, followed by a Renault Megane, a Golf, and another Golf. So it's the Golfs and the Civics that are today so far showing some good speed. Let's find out where Lou Archer's teammate is. NGR Robinson currently sitting in 12th position, just over 2 seconds off the leader's pace. And I'm judging by that red stop clock at the top. God, that was a bit of a, I don't know what that's called. All the words sound the same. The timer, let's just say, is in red, meaning I believe he received some sort of penalty on the lap prior. So I do not believe this lap time will be counted for NGR Robinson. So we will move swiftly on and check in on Blue Gobi, which I'm going to have to do this for because the buttons aren't working, who is Baz's teammate, who's currently sitting down there. I don't think he is in 13th. I think it's because he's not hit a sector line yet. Yeah, there he is in 6th. He is just under a second behind Don Dotter. So we've got a nice mix of teams and drivers and manufacturers quite spread out throughout the scoring board so far. We've got no teammates in the top 5. We're used to seeing teammates up there, normally a pair or 2. But those top 5 drivers, all from different teams. 3 of the manufacturers are up there. We do have not have a full field. We usually have 15 race cars out here on the racetrack. Only 14 are entered for tonight's event here at the Nurburgring. At the Nurburgring, I keep saying the Nuremberg for some reason. At the Nurburgring GP. With me streaming the race, I end up taking up a slot for a driver, which caps the limit for drivers at 15, which is a bit annoying because obviously the idea was everyone would be in a team, so you know, would have pairs. And that is the race countdown, 1 minute, which means our race will be starting at 8:30 local time. The 15-minute qualifying session kind of flew by, to be honest. But as it turns out, Game Ranger has put his Ranger has put his Golf, sorry, on the pole. 209.208, almost 5/100ths quicker than Don. Baz is our host tonight, so keep an eye out for his name in the chat in the bottom left. There you will see race information. That is how it will be transmitted to me also, if it is not transmitted to me otherwise. So here we are, guys, the sprint race about to take place here. It is the 1st of May. Happy May Day. It's not May Day, I don't know why I said that, but what we're going to do. 14 people left. Yeah, that's right. So here we have the field, getting ready to go. And the green flag is out. We are underway at the Nurburgring. It seemed like a fairly slow start there for everyone, making sure they didn't spin the tyres. Look at them all fan out into turn 1. Ranger gonna hold it through the first corner, run a bit wide. As Don now in second. And Joe Saxo there getting edged out by Jutty. Whoa, bit of contact between Baz and Saxo. It's getting pretty tight and Larry here. Oh, did Saxo get into Jutty? He manages to hang on to it though. This crazy start of the sprint race. But at the minute it's all Golf and Civic out front. Baz the first McGann, currently sitting in 5th there behind NGR Saxo. Ranger trying to pull away right now. Not a lot of time, only 7 laps around here for our sprint race. So a bit further back in the field. It's getting pretty much sorted out now. Everyone running single file about halfway through lap 1. Don Dotter trying to chase down Ranger already. Oh, looks like Game Ranger got really loose there. Is Don going to try and make a move? Look to the outside there. Probably try and get a better run through the corner. That cone has died again. Whoa, what happened to Baz? Just seemed to stop dead still. He's going to lose a lot of places here through that. Two cars to his inside. They're getting a bit tight. So Bit's coming into the pits early on lap 1. Likely damage. Don is not holding back. He wants to get a hold of this lead as early as possible from Ranger if he can. Ooh, it looks like he's going to get to his inside. A bit of contact maybe. A tap. Ranger backs out. But there he goes. Don Dotter to the race lead. The RAFC running nose to tail now. 4th and 5th. As well are Robinson and Archer. Just gonna go back a little bit and check in with Baz. As you can see, it looks like there's quite an amount of damage there, but although Baz usually tends to be a very quick driver by the looks of that car, he may have to come in. Depends on how much time he's going to lose by staying out there versus what time he'll lose if he goes into the pits. We'll have to wait and see. The Mr. Men Little Miss team running nose to tail, also 2nd through 3rd. They're not that far behind Don. I'm sure one of these Golfs would love to take the lead away from that Civic. And they've got 2 Civics behind them. As Ranger goes for the race lead on Don. Positions himself perfectly for the pass. What? Oh, I don't know what happened. It looked like... Oh. What? Oh, it looks like Jutty is ghosting a little bit. Saxo able to get around Ranger. 2:09.3 for Saxo. Ranger looking to make the pass on Saxo, diving it very low at the inside. Whoa! Don't think that was very sportsmanlike. I mean, I've never tried to pass that close to the inside. But Jutty does hold on to the race lead, but unfortunately for Don Dotter, looks like he got a Bit of a smack from that. As you can see, Gobi now putting it to the inside, as well as Robinson taking the 5th spot away from from Don. Looks like there is a bit of damage there on the front. Lorna gets into the back of him. Just looking to see what the damage situation is on the front of that. Yeah, Don very slow right now. Let's check the damage situation on Lorna's car. He did hit the back. Don, it looked like pretty hard, but he seems okay for now. And it is the hometown heroes, you could say, who are now putting pressure on Jutty for the race lead. Approaching halfway. Looks like Baz is deciding to stay out. Obviously we can't tell the significance of the damage, but he seems to be holding off an 8th right now. Lou Archer now back to the 10th spot. He seems to have fallen quite far through this race already. I'm assuming he would like to go for a few more spots before this event is complete. So these guys are ghosting a bit. Not sure what that's about. As Saxo makes a huge power move around the outside. He's going to take the race lead away. Polish closing in also. A long way to go, but a 1-2 at the home racetrack would be pretty spectacular. Lugobi now up into 4th with Robinson just behind him. The Golfs do tend to prove better on the straightaways, from my experience anyway. I see Robinson catch Lorna right up to the bumper there. Looks like Lorna is actually doing okay with that after that bump, able to hold his own in the 6th spot right now. Comfortable gap in front and behind. Whereas for JD Green, he's about to come under fire from 3 other drivers here. We've got Bars, Bigsy, and Lou. Good drivers behind JD here. Doesn't look like JD at the moment can break away from them. So Lou has moved up a spot since we last checked in, now sitting in the 9th spot, able to get around Bigsy here. Pretty spectacular stuff. It's hard to tell with the colour of his vehicle if there is damage on the front. It looks like there's a bit of visible damage on the back there. Not sure how much that's affecting the vehicle, but obviously if there's engine damage and he's going to be down on power, that's obviously going to be a problem. Saxo now trying to run away from the lead with the lead here. He's trying to perform the snake down the front stretch, not let Jutty use that slipstream. We've seen quite a few dangerous passes in this first corner here. Perhaps a better word is risky passes. We've seen a few collisions, and I believe that's where pretty much 80+% of the damage that people have received so far has been in that corner. So we'll have to keep an eye out for people going through this corner here. Looks like Robinson was looking on Gobi there for the 4th spot. Tyres may possibly be starting to go as the guys slide up almost off the racing surface. JD Green has fallen back to the 9th spot. Lou Archer now up to 7th. He's picking them up and putting them down. Not sure if he'll have time to get any further than that. He's thinking about which side of the racetrack to block. As Baz dives it to the inside. Looking on the pass. Will he complete it? No, Lou is still there. Nice battle here for the 7th spot. We'll keep an eye on these two. They seem very evenly matched right now. Saxo now flying with nearly a 2-second lead on 2nd place. How are those two holding up though? Only 5/10 separate Polish and Jutty. I'm sure Polish would love to get around Jutty and get the team the 1-2 finish in the sprint race. So we'll have to see if he's able to do it in these next 2 upcoming laps. So Gobi now, has he been able to pull away from Robinson a bit? But with the power of the slipstream down this straight away, let's see what Robinson is able to accomplish. If you are tuning in live, don't forget that NGR Robinson is currently racing with an onboard stream also. To find the link, just simply head over to our Facebook page, where it is one of the latest posts. Bars off and into the cones. Didn't seem to lose a lot of time though, unfortunately for Lou. These two are battling pretty hard. What happened to Game Ranger? Something must have happened to him now, sitting back in the 12th spot. Unusual to see Ranger outside the top 10. He must have gone off at some point. See, this is one of the sad parts of when you're streaming these things, because the people in front of Lorna now getting further away, as well as the people behind him. So you just sort of end up driving around on your own. You don't really get to battle anyone or anything. So hopefully Lorna gets a better chance to race some people in the feature, but otherwise it's looking like it's going to be a solid 6th place for Lorna right now. Zaxxon has broken the 2-second barrier, and he's only got 1 lap to go. Only a couple more corners remaining on this lap. As you can see, a bit of side damage there, a bit of damage on the left front. Looks like it must be just visual. Saxo now has strung out the lead to a 2-6. White flag. 1 more to go. The main battles on the racetrack are for 4th right now. Can NGR Robinson get it done and steal the 4th place position from Gobi come points giving time? Will Polish get around Jutty? He runs a little bit wide there, but he still has a few more opportunities to pass. Lou Archer now unfortunately looks like has gone back to 10th, but there's 2 cars battling for position right ahead of him. Will he be able to pick up a few more spots before this race is over and done with? Good opportunity for a pass here coming up for Polish if he can make it stick. It looks like Jutty too fast right now for any solid moves. Saw in the background, looked like Robinson ran a little bit wide, lost some time. That may have lost him the opportunity. Only a couple of more corners for Polish to make something happen here. He really needs to get a good run. man of the hour right now, 3 seconds almost, leading. One more corner for NGR Saxo. And with ease, Saxo is going to win the sprint race. And Polish is going to come in second. A 1-2 for the RAFC. Jutty manages to get a podium. Well fought battle by him. Robinson also gets fourth. And Lou is able to get a place. So the battles I picked there more or less did go through. That was a powerful and exciting race. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. A lot of good battles on the racetrack, a lot of clean stuff, some crazy moves, and some brilliant last lap passes there for these guys. Saxo and Polish, congratulations on the 1-2 finish. I'm sure that'll be something that they can be pretty smug about, and obviously going to be looking very strong going into the second race. He actually finishes with a second penalty. That may have been why he ended up slowing down. We now head to victory lane with Saxo, who gained a total of 2 positions in that race, starting third. But he's going to have to do it all again from the back. It'll be interesting to see if he can. Through a lot of the testing season, the pre-season racing that was completed with these guys, the races that Saxo won and then had to start from the back for the feature, he often did win. I think he won about 70% of the feature races that he'd also won the sprint race in. So Saxo definitely going to be one to watch out for. Baz, of course, saying do not leave, as we have discovered. One of the biggest problems with the terms of the ordering is if you leave, it resets you, and because it's in the reverse grid, because the game doesn't have any data on you anymore, it will put you to the front because you don't have any data. Like you don't have a previous finishing place from the race prior. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break up in the booth now. Well, not 5 minutes anymore, but we're going to take a quick break, guys. So go grab yourself a packet of chips, packet of crisps, whatever you want to call them, and maybe a soda of some kind, and get ready for a feature. I'm sure it's going to be brilliant. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Online Racing Network's coverage of the Nxtgen Hothatches here at the Nurburgring. Round 1, our sprint race tonight. Pretty crazy. As you can see there, the race will begin in approximately 3 minutes. So we have a quick amount of time here to recap. Saxo, our race winner, started third, gained 2 positions, fought hard for the race lead there, able to get it, and then he ran away with it. And on the last lap, one of the final corners, Polish was able to join his teammate, finishing second. Couple of last lap passes there, which gonna change up the points quite a bit, I would imagine. Points will be posted on the Online Racing Network page once they have been made available. The guys now all entering the racetrack, parking it off to the side, chilling out together there in the sand pit, getting ready for race 2. Remember, we've got a reverse grid here for the feature race. Pretty gnarly stuff if you think about it. Having the slow guys up front and the demons like Saxo starting at the very back. As I previously mentioned before he went to break, Saxo has this thing where if he wins the sprint race, he's very eager to fight his way through the field and try and win the feature also. Will it be 2 for Saxo tonight, or will someone else take it away? We're going to find out very shortly here on the Online Racing Network. A couple of burnouts taking place right now. Robinson and Lou doing synchronised burns. Just wish they weren't ghosted. Looks way cooler and less trippy. Alright, just getting a bit obnoxious now, guys. Can we knock it off? It's like Robinson heard me. And we are about to go green flag racing here. Do hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream. It does help us reach a wider audience. And here is our feature race for this evening. This is the Tuesday night Hothatches from Nxtgen. Why is Saxo starting 11th? This never seems to work properly. Don on the pole, Big Z and Bert behind them. Green flag, 20 laps here. As you can see, people jumping left and right out of place. Oops, what's done that? Ooh, 4 wide and a 1. Don got shoved way out. Bert to the lead. Teammate of Don. Big C and G55 behind him. Let's see how Bert does in some clean air. Let's spice it up this race with the other camera setting. Got the variables on. Oh, big contact. Who was that? It was one of the, I believe it might have been Jutty. It looked like he froze in place. Maybe a bit of network issue there. But Bert now running away with it. Second lead over Big Z. New Archer obviously looking for some redemption in race 2. It looks like he's been hitting the back quite heavily also. Race 1 winner, no damage thus far. He's up to 7th. Let's take a look at the back, see who is there. We got Robinson back there right now. Polish, Don, Baz looks pretty damaged, and I'm imagining Game Ranger maybe the one that was hit. Just looking at his rear bumper there, looks heavily damaged. I imagine due to the feature length race that we are going to be driving here, those two will be surely coming down pit road for repairs. Into the time of day now changed to a sunset setting, makes these cars look really cool under the sunset. Gobi going for the pass on Archer there. Archer's fighting back though. Oh, thought there was going to be a crossover there. Gobi thought better of it. Might try it here though. There is Saxo in the background, race 1 winner. Taking his time, he has plenty of time. To be in with a chance of winning the race, you've got to, of course, be there at the end. Archer not giving up that 3rd place spot so easily. But it looks like Lou may be slightly holding up. Gobi is GE55 now. Has got up to the back bumper of Gobi. But still your race leader, 2.2 seconds back to 2nd. Biggsy's got a nearly 3-second gap behind him and 2 seconds ahead of him. Saxo now up to 6th. He's now on the back bumper of GE55. So this 4-car pack now getting pretty close together. It's getting tight up here. Looks like a bit of fog's rolled in. That's a great shot. I forgot to save the first replay for pictures. Whoops. Robinson not looking like he's able to go anywhere really, currently still sat in the 10th spot. Looking to make the pass here on Polish into 1. He is going to go down the inside. Close quarters there, but he does make the pass. New Archer now slowly creeping up to Bigsy, Saxo and G5 side by side. Saxo able to get around, he's now in 5th. Sort of 3rd all the way back to 12th really, are still quite in close quarters right now. Look like Pearl's just going to make a move back. It gives Robinson a little tap there. A little bit faster maybe right now. See if Robinson can pull away as JD Green dives it in underneath Polish. They rub. These two battling now. Robinson able to pull away a little bit. Saxo now around Archer as well as Gobi has been able to. It wouldn't surprise me if they made a pass together. Just spilt some lemonade, I'm very upset about that. Bert though feeling quite comfortable right now. I personally haven't seen him lead many laps in my time with the Hothatch League. But he's leading some early in the feature race tonight. also a Dutch driver. Maybe there's a running theme going on here tonight, that the hometown crowd's doing well. Saxo able to get around Gobi, looks like by quite a considerable amount also. The Archer's going 3 wide there. There's not enough room. He's now being caught up by his teammate here, Robinson. Looks like there is a bit of damage on Lou's car there as well, just not the night he was hoping for. Falling back. Oh no, it looks like we may have had a network issue on our in-car camera. NGR Robinson. I was looking on the leaderboard there, I noticed his name had just seemed to have disappeared, but it looks like his night may be over. Yeah, these cars are all still pretty bunched up. I mean, Saxo here now is catching up to Bigsy at quite an impressive speed. I mean, as of late, Saxo has been a bit unpredictable. He's always been sort of referred as a bit of an alien to the community. But as of sort of the beginning of this year, really, it was a bit inconsistent whether he was fast or not. But this is sort of the NGR Saxo I'm used to have been racing against and seeing on the track, from almost at the back of the pack up to second already. It's pretty cool, pretty fast. 2:09.5 for him. His teammate Polish, though, not having as much luck as he did in the first race, still stuck back there in 9th. He's got JD Green ahead of him, Don Dotter behind, as Lou has decided to pit here on lap 5. He comes out in 11th. Behind him still, though, are Game Ranger and Baz. Baz not having a good day at all here in race number 2 of the night. Currently sitting nearly a minute behind our race leader Bert. Bert is still holding Bert is still holding a good pace, though, up at the front here. Mogobi now has to run down the Ford Focus of Bigsy. He's being followed in hot pursuit by GE55, Lorna and Jutty. Ooh, bit of a contact there between Don and Polish. Oh, looked like Polish went off. Robinson is back into the room, presumably to spectate the rest of this race. G55, he looks like he has some front damage. Gobi, a bit of front damage. Who doesn't have damage? That'll probably be easier to find out. Looks like Don, quite a bit of damage. Only on the front, though. I'm just looking at that. Looks like Lou's been absolutely creamed in the back. Blue flag is out. Not entirely sure what for. just seem to let Lou know that Polish is there and he isn't damaged, etc. Actually, Polish may have a bit of damage. The gap to the lead now, only 6/10. Saxo has caught Bit. I don't think Saxo needs to push the issue right now, though. He's in quite a good position. 5 seconds back to 3rd place. You can just chill there in 2nd for a bit. This pack of Gobi, G55 and Lorna and Jutty are slowly catching Bigsy. Bigsy doing a good job there, holding his own there in 3rd. The damage is obviously, you can see it better in different lighting, I think because we're racing in what's like called the sunset time of day on this. It varies whether you can see the damage properly or not. As you can see Gobi there, especially on the right hand side, on the front, as well as a little bit on the back there, there is some damage. Our race leader Bert now pitting, lap 6. Tyre change, pack that thing full of fuel. Quite a few drivers hitting the pits this lap. Bert will return to the racetrack in the 7th position, and your Saxo of course claims the lead from Bert coming down the pits. Looks like NGR Bigsy as well must have obviously made a pit stop. He's come out in 2nd from the pits. 1.4 seconds behind Bert. I wonder how the pit strategy varied that much. As he was about 3+ seconds behind Bert at the point that Bert entered the pits. This group does seem to be slowly pulling itself apart. Blue Gobi stretching his gap between G55 and Jutty, and vice versa. New Archer now up to 5th. One of the cars that has not made a pit stop yet. As well as Polish in 6th. I imagine that those that did not pit on lap 6 will definitely be on lap 7, sorry, will be pitting this time with the fuel on ×2. I believe that these guys will be nearly running on empty. Oh no, maybe there's enough in the can for another. Blue Gobi has decided to come in. How has Saxo got enough fuel? I'm physically not sure how Saxo has enough fuel. If Gobi's come in with 4, we'll just refer to them as litres. What the heck? What happened there? Jesus, his wheel's on 90 degrees. I think that might have been a glitch. Right, well I'll have to show the guys that if they don't watch back this stream. Race 2, lap 8. Blue Gobi morphs. Jutty able to get around GE55 for the 2nd spot. They're currently being walked all over though by Saxo, who has an 11.6 second lead now. I do apologise, I'm rather tired. I had a bit of a hard day at work. Yeah, that gap is increasing. Saxo is just pulling away right now. Not yet made a stop. Will have to come in this time. I don't see how he could have had the fuel otherwise. When we saw Gobi came in, 4 litres of fuel. He may have been playing with the fuel controller inside the car. There is 6 settings. Just gonna make sure he does pit, because he's got it right. What's going on? Looks like Saxo maybe, unless he is running a lower fuel usage mode. I'm planning on 1 stop. I mean, these guys are coming in on the same amount, 4. I mean, Lou pitted earlier. The tanks are not full when the race starts in this league. They start with 50 litres, or 50% of the tank. They can have double that, I believe. So Saxo's strategy, I mean, it looks for me like it's going to work flawlessly. Just pit once at halfway. I think Lou did pit for damage earlier, but this is also working for him quite nicely. He has a 6 second gap back to 3rd. Big C as well, still holding on to the 4th spot. Lorna in 5th, Don up to 6th now. We're going to go check in with our damaged brethren at the back. Baz now is back under a minute. However, with a bit of strategy, Game Ranger there 13 seconds ahead. He may be able to get some points out of this. It may not all be doom and gloom. So I'm quite impressed with Lou. Got a lot of damage, fell quite considerably back. Has been down pit road. I'm not sure how long he was actually on the pit road for, but right now he's sitting in 2nd. I mean, he's gonna have to come in, obviously, like Saxo is, but not this time. Not this time. If Saxo's not pitting, I don't imagine Lou will this time. No, he has decided to come in. But obviously does not need to pit yet. Lose fuel. Let's see if he explodes like Gobi did. Well, I mean, that was equally weird. Not as weird actually, but it was. I mean, he came from the sky. They're just glitches. I prefer the people that make this polyphony digital to leave that in, because that's great. 24 seconds now for Saxo in the lead. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, it helps. I don't think that car has the slightest bit of damage on it. But his 209.5 is not really a fast lap that we've seen today. I mean, we were down into the 208s. Saxo is playing a fuel mileage game here. But he will be able to make this on 1 stop now, as we approach halfway. Yeah, look, he's running 3 seconds off the pace right now. Don Dotter up into 4th. Let's check in where Lou did come out. He is back in 10th. So, to put it into perspective, he has gone back to where he pretty much was. But the other people, in theory, will have to pit again. Yeah, here comes Saxo now down pit road. Let's see what his car does. Oh no, Saxo just had a normal pit stop. That's not very exciting. I just noticed they don't take the tyres off. They just put new ones on top of the old ones inside the wheel wells. So Bert gonna take over the race lead for now. Bigsy should get around Saxo, maybe not. No. Bert won't actually claim the race lead. So with Saxo's strategy, to put it into perspective, that was the race leader who pitted Bert. Saxo's ran out there all this time, has made his final stop, has come out in front of Bert, who also needs to make another pit stop. So clearly the one-stop strategy is the way to go, but it's too late now for these people to figure that out. Don looking to make a pass on Bigsy here. Running slightly in the purple. 3/100ths, but he runs it wide and into the dirt. That's going to kill it. I think Bigsy there showing a little bit of displeasure for slowing him down. Bigsy having a great run this afternoon, or this evening rather, in the feature. And that RPM Racing Ford. Guess Saxo can run a better, well, a faster fuel burner now, as he has less laps to run, and he knows he won't run out. The B Wine Racing team sitting 2nd and 3rd right now. Bigsy in 4th. Lugobi now in 6th. Just ahead of him is Jutty. These two have been seeming to be battling the entire time in the feature race, back and forth. Looks like he's going to put it inside, but looks like Jutty's going to have the run on the outside there. Looks like Saxo may have received a penalty of some sort. Might have just slipped onto the grass. There are a few spots in GT Sport where you can go off the racetrack, not really gain anything at all, but the penalty system does not like it. The lead now up to 6.1 seconds. Let's check in with Lou Archer, who currently sits 10th. Of course, has lost his teammate mid-feature race, and Joe Robinson had a technical difficulty around lap 5, disconnected from the race, and of course the way we look at these things is, you know, in real life engines can expire, bits on the cars can break, so that's how we tend to look at disconnections and things. It's just something broke, and that's the end. Your day's ended. Don is slowly but surely running down a bit. I believe they both need to come down again. Unless Don has been saving fuel. As there are 8 to go. Jutty though gaining on Bigsy here. Whoa, Jutty goes quite wide there. Able to recover himself. So he's going to make a move in the next corner, or one of the next couple of corners. He's going to put it on the outside. See if he can't set himself up for the next corner, which is exactly what he's going to do. And he's going to clear him. Jutty to 4th place. Looks like Lou Archer though has caught up to JD Green. They're gonna go side by side. Lou tried the crossover there, not able to make it stick. But it doesn't look like he's done attempting the pass. There'll be 7 laps to go when Saxo crosses the stripe, with now in a 12.195 second lead, and he also sets the fastest lap. So clearly pushing the car now, using up the fuel. Bert is in for round 2 of pit stops. And that was another normal pit road entry. Disappointing stuff. JD Green is also in. Come on, JD, give me something good. Come on. Oh, well, JD Green. If I was spectating JD Green, I would have seen something good. Oh, I missed it. That was pretty impressive tyre skills. Big battle over 4th right now. Derby flies past Bigsy there. Looks like Bert's going to try the same. G55 also looking. This is not going to be a good couple of corners for Bigsy. I'd be getting very frustrated there. Just having 3 people pass me like that. I do genuinely believe, from my perspective anyway, I have driven all of the available hot hatch vehicles with these guys, and the Ford Focus I felt was one of the hardest to get maximum speed out of, and especially as the tyres wear out. Hopefully Bigsy can pull back and make some more moves to complete a great feature race that he's had. Been running at the top all day. Able to get around GE55 there, who was ghosting quite a bit. Don now in, as well as Jutty. Come on, Don, give us a show. Come on, Jutty, give us a show. Ooh, Goby's in as well, get in. And so is Lou Archer. Come on, Lou, someone explode. They were sadly all normal pit stops. Burt now holding on to his second spot. Where's Polish? I mean, Polish running 11th right now. 10th. Sadly not sharing the same feature race as his teammate now. But it seems like him and Burt have swapped places almost, in the way that these guys have been running today. Of course, though, Polish was involved in a few little incidents earlier on in the feature race that has put him back in that position. G55 comfortably holding on to the third spot right now. This isn't a team that we get to talk about very often. Haven't really seen him in many events. He is one of the single car teams, so he doesn't race full time. He races if there's a spot available, and of course tonight obviously there was, because Big C's teammate is taking a break from the racing world, so there'll be a slot there for a foreseeable future. Maybe G55 could join that team. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But at the moment, G55, one of those solo drivers. He actually looks like he's got quite a bit of damage there on the back of his Civic. Five to go now for Saxo. 14-second lead right now. Not really seen any big crashes in race number 2. Looks like everyone's been pretty settled. I say that as someone backwards there. The arrows were a bit confusing. I thought something had happened. Wow, this section of the racetrack very busy in turns 1, which means we're going to get a lot of close battling hopefully in these last few laps to settle this thing. So he does have a penalty at this moment in time. If I actually just check something, I'm going to put on the driver names yet. It does show when they actually have a penalty now, which is another feature. So I might leave this on for the remaining 5 laps here. To put into perspective, guys, that arrow there is Saxo. This is second place. This is third. There is a huge gap that these drivers have to make up, and I don't think they have time anymore. There's quite a few drivers with penalties. Polish has one at the moment, so that means he hasn't slowed down to, you know, commit to that penalty and remove it. Jetty and GE55 also with a penalty at this moment in time. At the line for Saxo, though, it will be 4 to go, providing something doesn't go completely wrong. Of course, with, you know, there is the inevitability that sometimes people make mistakes and crash, but with the heavy damage on, if he busts his engine, there is a very good chance that Burt would have the possibility of stealing the win away. Looks like Gobi making a move for 5th place. They're going to come to the line side by side, just as Burt and Jetty do. Well, I mean, no, that was Don, sorry. Don has been passed now by Jetty, but Don's going to fight back on the inside. Run it way wide, get the most out of that bumper strip. Try and pull away from Jetty. Lou able to gain a few places since we last saw him. I believe he was running in 10th, now up to 8th. Polish still sitting in the double digits. Just doesn't look like he's been able to do much in this feature race. Problems early on, and he seems to have just gotten stuck back there. And you see that happen to a lot of good teams. Just an honest, innocent mistake at the start, and then they're in a hole that they can't seem to get out of. Obviously the strategy that Lou has taken on has worked, as he's been able to gain places from it. Obviously not been able to fully recover, but has obviously put himself in a better position than he was. 3 laps to go. Game Ranger setting a record lap, I think, for today, 2:08.666. That's not Game Ranger, that's Game Ranger. They must have passed literally as I pressed the button. Oh gee, with a little bump there to Game Ranger. Look, Ranger's gonna fight back and get around him quite easily. So there may be a bit of frustration there for GE. Looks like Game Ranger's been given a penalty, presumably for the contact and stuff that was happening there, but I'm not sure I would penalise Ranger for it. But of course, I don't think I saw the whole story. We'll have to wait and see what happens, as it is officially decided outside of the game, penalties, etc. But now 3.4 seconds separating him from third place is Don Dotter. I think Bert may be able to hold on here for a second place finish here at the Nurburgring. And unless disaster strikes, it does seem like NGR Saxo is going to go back to back at the Nurburgring. The Archer now looking under fire from Lorna. Lorna's going to dive it down on the inside. Lou going to try the crossover. Looks like it's going to work. He's not quite cleared him. Lorna pulling him back a little bit of ghosting there. The lap's now winding down, 2 to go. Let's see what kind of battles are happening on the racetrack. Of course, we've got Lou Archer and Lorna battling pretty hard. Polish and Bigsy fighting for that top 10 spot. Baz is in the pits. Looks like he may have retired there. Doesn't look like any work has been done on the race car. I think he's just accepted that he will be finishing last. Yeah, it looks like he came in on lap 15. So Baz is out of the race. He will finish 13th, ahead of 14th places NGR Robinson, who of course had that early connection failure. Seen a lot of penalties around. That extra place is just ahead of Lou Archer. I'm sure he'd love to be able to grab it back. He's sitting quite comfortably in 4th now. I think if the chance for a podium may be out of reach, but top 5, not bad. However, Don has run down Bert pretty heavily. This probably will be the battle to watch on the final lap. Saxo now a few more corners, he will take the white flag. Don, 1.4 seconds separating him and Bert. silver medal is just ahead. Will Burt be able to hold him off? Gobi now pretty comfortable there. Ranger the same. There is a chance that Lorna will come into fire from Lou Archer. But G55, I think, with the way we've seen these two battling, he's going to try everything that he's got to get around Lou. Polish, bit of a slide there. JD Green. Don't think he'll be able to grab much, unfortunately for him. But we are on the final lap here. We're going to follow this battle till the end. Don, Dotter, Burt. Who will win it? This is for second place. Less than half a lap ago, it was 1.4 seconds separating these two. Don is clearly faster. These are teammates. But on the final lap, all of that goes out the window. Burt was checking his rear view quite heavily there. Don is right there now, 3 tenths. Just over a car length. A G55, just looking on the leaderboard, has knocked NGR Lou Archer back to the 9th spot. So Lou's actually gone down to 10th. Bigsy now has moved up into the 9th spot. But out of the final corner, once again, NGR Saxo is going to go back to back, winning the sprint and the feature here at the Nurburgring. Checkered flag. Don's only got one more corner to get around his teammate. Looks like he's got a run. Not sure it's going to be enough. It won't. Burt holds on for second. And the B Wine Racing team come in second and third. Across the line in 4th for our feature, Jutty. Game Ranger and Gobi come home 5th and 6th respectively. Lorna will come home 7th. Bigsy managed to get himself up to the 8th spot, but does have a penalty which will add time onto his lap. GE55 in 9th, JD Green in 10th. Polish in 11th. Where did Lou go? Ooh. I think Lou may have been wrecked. Possibly while battling with G55 and Bigsy. It looked like it was getting pretty hectic there. We'll have to see what gets said about that. But we will keep you posted on the Online Racing Network Facebook page. Do check that out. That's where you'll find all of our news updates, results and standings. So there are your full results. So Mr. Saxo goes back to back at the Nurburgring, join the RAFC team, gaining 13 positions and pretty much stomping the entire field there. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's coverage of the Nxtgen Hot Hatch League. I've been your host, Jamie Scrafton. Big shout out to everyone involved with the Hot Hatch Series League. It's a pleasure to do it. So thanks to Nxtgen for allowing us to stream and commentate these races. We'll be back next week for round 5. Or it might be an off week next week. Possibly. But we'll be back doing something Hot Hatch related. This is the guys' race night, so if it isn't round 5, we'll be doing probably a fun night, and I may even take part in their stuff for that. So guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon on the Online Racing Network. Don't forget to go and check out the Facebook page, as I mentioned, for all of the results, standings, and more. Take care, guys. Bye.